It's just that like recently, obviously I'm the only single one here.
Yeah. Well, right.
we don't count George.
Yeah.
George is like the
For sure.
like George is not at fault.
Yeah.
So whatever,
Not his fault.
Whatever, whoever's definition of whatever is. You see, I don't even. Whatever people have the definition of dating, I guess that's what I'm doing, right? Like hanging out with the girls and shit.
Gotcha.
Whatever, fuck.
Right, that's dating to me. So.
Yeah, that's dating to you. To me, that's not dating. But like, you see, to the general public, I think that's their definition of dating, right?
What is?
Just hanging out with multiple. You're dating. You're going on dates with multiple girls. Like,
I think after the
I don't
third
think so.
time, like you're.
I don't think that's dating, but go for it.
okay, whatever.
Is dating the same thing as a relationship?
Nah, no way.
Then what's the middle? What's dating? I'm curious.
Dating to me is like talking.
Yeah.
So dating is right before getting together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when I ask,
Dating is the intention to be in a relationship.
yeah, same shit as talking. That's what I'm saying. Because like when I ask Marlo, like, oh, are you and Nancy still dating? I who the fuck says that?
Yeah.
Are you guys still together? Like if or
Right.
you know?
But that would mean the same thing to you? Kinda?
No. If someone asks me, are you dating so and so or are you still with someone? That's two different things.
Two different?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
confused. But
To me.
continue.
Yeah. I agree.
To me, George.
I don't know about dating.
I would say dating is when you're only talking to one person, and then the eventual point of it is to be in a relationship.
Oh, okay. That's what I was saying too. But whatever.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever.
So we got definitions down.
I just
Give it
been
to me.
hanging out with some girls and shit, and it's like
Girls, plural.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And not at the same time, but like
Yeah. Just in general.
throughout like different
Right.
days and times, and it's like fuck, like it's bad out here, dog.
With what
Bad
people
in
want.
what sense? Like it's a bad dating scene? Or a
Yeah,
bad,
I hate to sound because I sound like a hoe right now. Like those
Right.
hoes that get on podcasts and talk about shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And
This is a podcast.
Now give it to me. Give me your.
and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying they're ugly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not hidden.
The
Are you saying they're not wifey material?
Yeah, or maybe they are to someone else, but not to me.
right.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think if I had to put a number on it, 90% of wifey material girls are taken by 25. I think once, like, no disrespect, and I'm sure, to me, the way I see it is like the younger a woman is, and I'm not putting women in a box, right? But the younger the woman is, like you can see which one is wifey material, right? And I feel like those get taken, and like the pool of women that are, wifey material, and that's more like a general sense, right? That can be like that can find a partner and have a stable relationship with. I think like as the years go on, that pool gets smaller.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I feel like it's the opposite for men, kinda in a way, like because once you're 25, like that's when you're more primed to, be in a stable relationship. But it's the opposite for women. I feel like it kind of peaks at 25, and then it kind of digresses from there, or digress. I don't think I said that word right.
Yeah, I don't know about the stats, and I get what you're saying.
It was just a number. I
I get what you mean. I think he's right in terms of, and I think we've talked about this. Like the older you get, the more you may end up having to settle with somebody with the kid, and especially if you want to date around like your age, it just gets more difficult. If you're cool being like, let's say 32, 33, and you're down to date a 22-year-old, then I guess you're fine. But if you're trying to stay in
your late,
give or take 5 years, it starts to get real tough because everybody's either
after 25,
been divorced, has kids, or some shit.
It's sometimes
And-
a dilemma. Like they're still in love with their ex and shit just ended bad. Like it just like the baggage starts to add up at that point.
So is this what you mean by you're saying that
It's
it's
hard out here.
a tough scene out here?
It's just
not though.
what's the age range?
The girls, they're 2 years younger, older,
Yeah.
2 to 3 years younger than older. That I've been.
plus or minus 2.
Yes.
Right.
They don't have kids. They just they're great. Some of them are great.
No, I get what you're saying. I think
some of them got good careers going.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but
That
you
doesn't
just-
mean-
it is not from you not
Yeah.
from me.
I
Like,
get it. I would
You know, our future. Some of them are leading the revolution to our future medicine and shit. You know, but
Right.
it's just not.
Funny you say
It's
the
not doing
medical
it for
thing
you.
because I saw this thing that said like at least 80% of nurses cheat on their spouse. But going back to what you were saying is it's like,
Damn.
you know, I can see why it's hard because you're trying to date in a certain age range and it's just like not really. I think you gotta get lucky and find like someone who's just like
Yeah, I count my lucky
can fill the
stars
shoes, right?
every day that.
Nah, I got my eye on someone. Like I've seen the relationships a little rocky, you know. So
Oh,
what
shit.
the fuck? You're praying, dude.
Damn.
You're on the prowl. Is that what it is?
it's a little rocky. So you know, I've seen a couple. Too many signs.
Couple of sad posts.
Yeah. So it's coming. I think that one's coming.
She's in the notes.
Got it.
Nah,
She posting the notes?
She's classy. She don't be doing that shit.
That's right.
She
yeah.
don't
If a
be
girl
doing
posts on the notes, bro. Yeah.
I just noticed like this one post one time like on her story. And I was like, what the fuck? And I dug in and he was gone. I was like, okay.
Archived or what?
Yeah. Because then like a month later, he was brought back. So I think he found his way back.
Monster
in there.
Reborn.
Got
Boy.
it.
But hey, but now there's, you know, where there's what's that saying? Where there's something.
Oh, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Got it.
yes. So shit.
You saw the smoke signals.
I'm about to pull up with some gasoline.
That's
Shit.
is that the move though?
Nah. I would never do that.
Metaphorically, right?
Yeah.
Not really trying to burn her house. And blame it on the guy, right?
Yeah.
The shit. That's right.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm sure it's tough.
Hey, but that's not all of them. Like, couple, they're still cool. You know?
Right, right,
Like,
yeah.
we just working through the kinks.
Mm.
Not those kind of kinks that George was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
Are kinks a turn off? Which ones are you not okay with?
I would say most of them.
Anything
I
like
don't know.
over choking and getting tied up?
yeah, I'm not
That's
doing
crossing the line.
any of that shit.
Because what?
I'll tie you up. I'm not doing the other.
Tying you up and leaving you there.
But she's not tying me up. I got
You gotta be in control.
Yeah,
That's
you're not
right.
tying me up.
You wouldn't,
Fuck no.
you wouldn't like to get whipped in your back?
You see, I want to say something, but I can't say it. So
Okay.
It's not Patreon.
You'd be
Yeah.
divulging too much info.
yeah.
Got you.
Nah, I can see why it's tough. I've always seen it like that. I actually had my cousin. Should I? She was the one that was on here. She kind of told me that she had that same issue and she's already past 30.
Yeah. But I also don't think it's like I would say to your cousin, you know, don't just chill. Like don't try to force nothing.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure she's on that boat.
To like force something?
No, like she's chilling.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, she's stable. Like she's got her own place. Like she lives on her
Yeah.
own. Like she don't really need somebody else's help. I'm sure she would like their help, but I'm sure she's at this. But she's over 30, and she's even told me like, "Hey, it's hard out here." And this was like 2 years ago. And she gave me the advice. She was like, "Yeah, if you find that person, like, once you're past 30, it's all downhill. You don't find that gem anymore."
I think you can. I just think it really starts to get more and more difficult. I think you got to find essentially your counterpart, like the person who just so happened to be in the same boat as you. Like, okay, I'm also waiting for like just that one person. I'm 30, whatever, and I'm still not having kids, and there's but yeah, it's tough. I can't imagine it.
Like George, I feel like you're gonna be single till you're like 35 for sure.
Maybe. We'll see.
George doesn't get with the younger girl, bro.
Hopefully not. I want somebody in my age.
That's right.
He's gonna get someone younger or older, like way older,
Like
Nah.
40, 50.
like 40.
Pay my bills, but
I feel like you're gonna be a stepdad for sure.
Oh yeah, George for sure.
You got stepdad vibes.
maybe.
You're not the stepdad. You're the
Dad, that's
dad stepped up.
all right.
Maybe.
You seem like that guy. There's nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah. My uncle was a stepdad.
Yeah, it's a noble position.
Like your stepdad, or what are you saying right now?
No, I'm just saying that He didn't hook up with anybody that was in though.
What?
Right.
No, my uncle.
Yeah. I got you. You
Yeah.
don't got to explain anymore. But yeah, I can see. Yeah, that shit is not. It's not the business. You think it's hookup culture though? That's kind of
No, I hate when people blame that shit.
It's not a real thing, right?
I love hookup culture. Let's get that fucking set in stone.
Yeah.
Damn. Just turn back the clock 100 episodes.
Sorry, it's a throwback Thursday.
All right, Hector, give me your Mexico rant. How are you feeling about La Selección?
Well, it's not even about them. It's about the fucking fans, dude. So I was at the game on Wednesday. Mexico versus Venezuela. Obviously, Mexico lost 1-0. Their team is... They have talent, dude, but they just don't have chemistry. They're just too many rotating parts. I mean, no one's a solid starter. The only real starter is Johan Vasquez, but that's besides the point. What is really embarrassing is like just the fans. The fans are just like, it's not even about like your team anymore. Like it's just more like an ego thing. Like I've seen so many Mexico fans like try to press Venezuelan fans for cheering for their team winning. Like, dude, like if you like Mexico is like the worst fucking sore loser ever, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There was a dude that fucking ripped his jersey, dude. I'm like, what? Like, what are you doing, man? It's not that serious. Like, I get that you have passion and everything, but like, you know, why the fuck you like ripping your jersey? Like, why are you? There's so many videos of that game, like,
yeah,
where like there's Venezuelans like cheering, like, and they're in the right, like you can cheer, you know, because if it's the other way around, like, I've seen Mexico fans like get in people's faces because you know Mexico won.
Yeah,
and it's just, I think it's just an ego thing, and I think it's just the whole thing. Like everything is just to shit, bro. The actual team is shit. And the fans are shit. And it's not even like just seeing that shit is just like you don't feel like you feel disgraced. Like you feel like you don't, like this is not who we are. But it is who we are, you know what I mean? That's how some people are. And it's just like it's embarrassing. That's what it is. So
it gives the going experience not as enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh, and here's another thing. Like people are fucking throwing their beers. They're on the top stands and they're throwing their beers, and everyone on the bottom is getting wet. And it's your own people. Like, why the fuck is you doing that shit? Like, when it's a blown call from the ref or like they disagree with the ref, they're throwing shit, bro, and it's not landing. And at one point, the game ended, and people on the top row were fighting with the people on the bottom row, just throwing drinks at each other, back and forth.
Damn.
I mean, you're supposed to be your own people. Like, what the like? I mean, there's a famous phrase like the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican.
Yeah.
It's just all embarrassing, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just not like it done. Everything's just shit. So it's just
nothing like the Madrid Barca game we went to.
That I don't think it was like a competitive game.
Yeah. So it wasn't as intense.
Yeah, I think if it had more stipulations to it, it would have been, the environment would have been a little more intense. But I wouldn't, to the level of disrespect that like certain like Mexican fans have like taken it, I don't think it would have got that far. Maybe a little bit more shit talking, you know, but like it's just embarrassing, dude.
Did you see fights come from that?
Fights, people getting pressed, people getting each other's faces, like ladies fighting, like
damn.
God damn. Because we were in a suite, and the suite right next to us, like they're Venezuelan fans. Well, they're mixed. They're like half Mexican, half Venezuelan.
Okay.
And like we were all kind of just still chilling there after the game, and there was people walking, like obviously in front of the suite, and they would talk shit because like they were hyped for their team.
Yeah.
And Mexico fans were talking shit to them. And like at one point they were just like, okay, let's just move away from here. And they had to go more like in their suite where like they weren't in like the viewpoint of the fans like trying to get out of the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just all embarrassing.
Would you want to still go to another game?
No, that's exactly why I don't go. Well, the other reason, I mean, they fucking suck.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay to watch them fucking play like that.
Yeah.
Isn't it just part of the game?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's part of soccer.
Like the experience? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Nah, because then
Nah.
it becomes an excuse to be an asshole, and that's just
Yeah.
not what you want. You could be competitive, but it's just like people don't like. There's people that are like quick to talk shit, but they can't take it. You know, and I feel like those people are more. You can tell who they are because of how emotional they are, and those usually tend to be those people that
Yeah.
are so quick. You know, when they're up to talk shit, which are some Mexico fans,
Yeah.
but when they're down, they're going to be pissed off,
That the
and
ones talking
and
shit.
it leads to violence. That's
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
this-
about like being part of soccer,
Yeah.
right?
There's this one white TikToker, and all he does is go around to different either college universities or professional teams, and he puts on the rivals like thing, like jersey, hoodie, whatever. And all he'll do is, I would say, lightly talk shit. Like, oh, that's right, guys. Like, we beat you guys. You guys suck. Go home, right? And the people who he tells usually like literally come over and beat his ass
Or try to beat his ass.
or try to like they try to smack him, they get in his face. And I mean, I would say most normal people would just kind of walk by like whatever. But there's always like a few dudes, and it's always dudes who like just can't take it. And sometimes they try to take the jersey off of him. And sometimes I kind of get it because he can be more antagonistic. But there's a lot of videos where he's like
It's not that serious.
doing mostly nothing, like literally just going like, haha, we won. Like that's it. And they cannot stand it. And yeah, that's why I would disagree with George saying that that's kind of part of the experience of soccer.
I think that, right?
Yeah.
I think that
It's
is just
weird.
kind of like, tell me you're sensitive without telling me you're sensitive.
Yeah, I remember this one fool in high school. He was telling me like we were arguing over like we weren't even arguing. Well, he was
Yeah.
arguing.
Okay.
He was like this diehard Dodgers fan, right?
Okay.
And I don't know what year. I think it was like my freshman year, but the Dodgers lost in the playoffs. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Like, oh,
every yeah.
December 20.
And then he was saying like how he was crying like when the Dodgers lost, and I was like, bro, why were you crying? Like
Yeah.
I've never cried like for any of my teams when they lost.
Right.
And he was like, bro, because I'm just a true fan. Like I'm loyal like that. And I was like, I think you're just a true bitch, dog. Like that's really what.
That's for real.
Like why are you? If your country, all right, your country wins, okay, cool. But
Yeah.
you a Dodgers fan, bro? Like what the fuck you crying about?
Yeah. I'd have to.
It's not like this fool played the game
I
or some
agree.
shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I love sports. Fuck, clearly, fucking.
Yeah. I don't think you have to what's the word? You don't have to react to it in that way to be a true fan.
Yeah,
I think it
Like,
just
it
comes
doesn't
out to
make
you
sense.
being sensitive.
I've never felt that way about a sports team.
I've only felt two ways about sports teams. It's either excited or just like pissed off that they lost.
Yeah.
But never like to the point where I want to cry, and never to the point where like I want to be aggressive with somebody.
Yeah. Or
It's
be
just
that
like-
upset.
I'm just like pissed. Like, fuck, we lost.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then that's over like in a minute, and whatever.
like, bro, I watched
Yeah.
classic. I've seen like I don't forgot since I've met Mariano. We've seen a bunch of classicals together, and like
Yeah.
Barca win, Madrid win, whatever. And we never like,
You're not fighting after?
yeah, we're like, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life goes on, dog. Like,
Yeah. It does. It's not that serious. That's what I think it was maybe 2 years ago when that Chivas thing happened, Chivas and Atlas. And like some dude, one person or a few people died.
at the stadium.
That
It was
Querétaro,
yeah.
Puebla, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that, I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
that's insane. Like it's just never that serious. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I just feel like people get emotionally invested in the team, and then they feel part of the team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being emotionally invested. It just, if you can't control those emotions, then I would say you're maybe a little off. There's something wrong with you. Because you should be able to control your emotions about that.
I think it's just the love of the game. It's just
Nah, see, you're the guy.
hype.
You're
You're
the
that
problem.
guy,
You're the problem,
George.
dude.
Yeah,
There's-
because you
I-
cried, yeah.
Yeah, nah, I can't.
Well, you're a
Just-
crier, man. You know that.
it's the love of the game. It's just like
But what?
But what we're talking about,
You know,
is
the
like, to
funny thing is,
extent.
I'll never forget, not this most recent final, but a few years ago, whenever Cruz Azul and America played in the finals and America won.
Yeah.
And George had bet Yayo, whatever, like $20-$30.
Okay.
And at this point in time, us three were hanging out like every Sunday, Saturday, or whatever.
Mhm.
We're just kicking it. And George wasn't answering. Me and Yayo were together, and George wasn't answering our phone and shit. And I was like, yo, let's pull up to George's house real quick. So we pull up to George's house. And he's like, George, he finally answers. He's like, yeah, I'm not home. And I was like, George, I see your car in the driveway.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, so a friend picked me up. And then I see George literally opening his curtain to see like if we're really outside. He didn't
No
believe we were
way.
outside. And I was like, George, get your ass out of here. We're gonna go to In-N-Out.
Wow.
And he comes out, and as soon as he gets in the car, he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't even bring it up. He's all mad, bro. Like, and this fool can't even name 5 players on the fucking team.
Yeah.
He's over here talking about it's the passion and shit.
I mean, I can't remember the names. I mean, you know me.
That's why, dude.
Fair
It's
enough.
all right though. It's all right though.
Fair enough.
I just feel like people feel it different. But then at the same time, like I think to me the whole issue is like that's not an excuse for you to be out the line.
But it's the game. It's just like
Well, I get what Hector's trying to say. It's not a reason to incite violence or be crying. That's what he's saying.
all you can do is just ignore it.
Somebody,
That's kind of the
let's
point.
say you're like cheering, like yes, whatever. Cruz Azul won, an America fan comes up to you, is like, "Hey, fuck you and fuck Cruz Azul, bro," and they push you. How you gonna ignore that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna push him and then look away.
George, first, you're a pussy, first of all.
I'm not a pussy.
You just say you're a pusher and then walk away.
Yeah, you can't.
I'd
it's
like
just
to think that's not true, and I don't think it is true. I don't think you would do that. I think you would do. I would hope more than that.
I'll do more, but I mean, like,
Well, then that's the point. Is that we're
Yeah.
saying that it shouldn't.
Once
have
it
come
comes to you at
yeah.
that, you're not just gonna be like whatever.
That your reason or excuse can't be. Oh, it's the love for the game in my sport and in my team.
I hope other fans will help me too, but
Yeah, tag me.
You really
in
are.
there, bro.
You really are the problem. You really are the problem.
I mean, he's the guy that comments. I feel like those are all the same people
Yeah, I agree.
for the most part.
Yeah.
It's all right to cry about the game, dude. I'm not saying that.
No, I feel like for the most part, it's not okay to cry over the game out there.
Yeah, unless you put like a lot of money on the game, then I can understand. Like, fuck, I just got.
If
this
it's like
much
a
money.
World Cup final and Mexico's in it for whatever crazy reason, and they lose, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's a maybe once in a lifetime you'll never see it again. Even if they win, I'll let you cry.
I feel like you'll be more proud, even like if it's Mexico. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying it's such a like unique, singular moment. Maybe your emotions came
yeah.
over you. All right, fine. But if you're just crying
Or you
because
go watch
Conor
them
McGregor
live,
lost
too.
every UFC match you're watching, then I think you're just a little unstable in the head. Not you specifically. I'm saying for whoever does that, right? Not you. Let me make that clear. I don't think you're unstable.
Dude, because last year I went to go watch my team, bro. My team, like the team that I'm more invested in than anything else. I went to go watch them in the finals and they fucking lost. But like, I think I was just like down the whole way out of the stadium. But once we were in the car, I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. It is what
Yeah.
it is. I have
You
fun.
return to normal life.
Yeah,
It's not a big
It
deal.
happens.
Yeah. Especially when you're not part of the game, you're not playing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
bro, that's the weirdest part. Though.
That's different.
When they say start we
Yeah.
won, we lost.
All right, guys. On to music. I think enough of rolling back the years. Bessel dropped. Does everyone listen? Did everyone listen?
I heard the B side or part 2, whatever.
Okay.
Listen to.
That's what you ran to. Okay.
That's what I ran to. I tried to listen to the first side on Tuesday when I told you I was like, I'm gonna listen to the way back. I turned it on. I was like, I don't want to listen to this on the way home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out whatever so I'm comfortable with, and I haven't gone back to that.
That's okay.
From the second side, Mala with Ryan Castro, that sounds cool. The rest, I was kind of just like,
Yeah.
whatever. Those are my thoughts.
Okay. Hector, you want to go? Do you have thoughts? If you don't, that's okay too.
It's just, let me just say this. I kind of ran to this too. And I ended up liking most of it. I like the last 2 songs for sure. And the Ryan Castro song. I think I can kind of listen to the Cardi B song. Definitely not the Rich the Kid song.
That's actually George's favorite, the one with Cardi B.
Oh,
I
the
like the
Cardi B?
yeah.
I feel like that one's.
Yeah.
It kind of like brings me back to when Cardi was coming out with the hits.
Oh yeah.
It gave me that vibe. So that's why I was like, I fuck with when she came out with Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
So it kind of gave me that vibe. So I was like, I fuck with this.
Yeah.
And then the last two songs. I know the last song was with DJ Snake or DJ. I forget.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Decca or some shit. Duca, whatever the fuck.
Correct.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's just, but disc one, I mean, shoot, I don't really have an opinion about that one yet. I feel like that's just one I kind of have to sit on. I think one that kind of stood out was the Hollywood song. But none have kind of stood out to me yet. I have to go through it a few more times to really get an opinion on it.
Okay.
But I'm kind of starting to like get in that mood because I've been listening to the Oscar Maidon and Junior H song. The fucking name is escaping my mind right now. Me Voy, what the fuck was that song called? But whatever. I've been listening to that, Madonna, the stuff that Gabito has been putting out.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna get into that vibe to be able to judge this better by
Okay.
next week, I think.
For sure. I actually didn't intro the topic, but Peso Pluma has released Exodo, and here are our thoughts. I'm gonna just put it different. So I think from what it sounds like, I'm alone in this.
But George is in it.
Okay. Let's see how far deep. I mean, you listened to this one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So far, my favorite 5 songs are Señor Smith, Bruce Wayne, Hollywood, Reloj, and Vino Tinto. The Chinos Paca song, I was disappointed in. I wanted to like it. I really wanted to like it. And I kept listening to it over and over. And I was like, nah, this is a good song. I'm tripping. And then I listened to it like 5 times today and still wasn't.
I feel like it didn't have enough.
It wasn't what I was expecting from it, at least. I thought I was going to get something else. And it fit the theme or like the sound of the album, but it isn't necessarily what I wanted. And I don't know. It just didn't live up to expectations. The Ric Flair intro on Ice was very out of place and weird. And that is not what I would attach it to a song. I would think that's going to be to like a hype song. And it wasn't. Bless you.
Thank you.
I skipped this too. I was not interested. I did listen to Mala. That was the only one, and I think it's fine. And I don't know what's with Ryan Castro's, constant references to OF girls. I mean, this might be like the second or third time.
That was kind of a weird vibe, right?
In the last month, and I was like, oh, okay, that's again, all right, that's fine.
It's like a weird like topic for a song.
Over and over for sure. I mean, I'll give you the one, but if you, I don't know,
because they
And
both
then-
had bars with about the OF, right?
yeah. Wait, say it again.
They both had lyrics.
Yeah, I think
referencing
the hook was both
Oh, is that what they were
about
repeating?
the OF girls, and I think they might have referenced it once or twice in the verses, but for the most part, the hook was about like OF girls, which again, that was a little weird.
Right.
This is not better than Genesis, and that's okay. Genesis, I think, was amazing, so it's going to be hard to live up to that. I still think it's good. It's just if you're going to put it up against, like, I want another Genesis, we didn't get that.
Yeah.
This I would say is a lot more moody, a lot more not slow. It's just we don't get another Gavilan. We don't get another La People. I mean, we get La People 2 on here, but it isn't La People 1. Like, it's not that good. But I think if anyone's looking for more of Genesis, I don't think you get that on here. I think you get something. He's trying to keep it fresh and new, and that's why I think the overall mood of the album is a lot more like dark and slow,
Right.
and not as like high tempoed like corridos. Like, let's fucking just rap. It's more, the best way I can sum it up is moody and like slow and like drawn out. And that's why when I asked you on Tuesday, I was like, did you like it? You said, I don't really listen to that music. I was like, I could see that. I know you don't like the sadder vibe. And even though this isn't necessarily sad, a lot of it's just not.
I just had to be in the mood for it, though.
It's just not your traditional corrido type sound. It's not even what we're accustomed to hearing from Beso up to this point. Like we hear it a little bit on Genesis with
Or at least
Hacia
a good-
Lunas, and
or a
we
good
even hear with
mix.
Nueva Vida. That's another one. And I want to say there's one more that we hear with, and I forget. But
It's
that's like that. Those songs are just like a whole album of that sort of, except for like I would say La People too, and
you didn't think Senor Smith was more like a corrido?
I think that's the other one that gets.
And then who's the
close.
other guy on it?
On that song?
No, it's
Bruce
the other
Wayne?
song.
Lucero?
No.
Oscar Maidon.
That's a good song too with Santal 33.
Right, that one.
That one I was right under my 5. I thought that one was a fire song.
Well, and then La Patrulla.
That was also good with
That was
Neton.
more like
yeah.
yeah.
I would put that under that one.
Right.
The only ones, and then after that, I guess, if we're gonna do it the whole way, Solicitado after that, Belanova over after that, and then Ice and 1414. The only ones I don't like already came out was La Durango and Rompe la Dompe. I just don't like those. I don't know why. But yeah, I skipped just this too. I just knew it wasn't gonna be for me.
Yeah, because everything, I can see why he put La Durango first, right?
Yeah, he did.
And I feel like that's kind of more to what his vibe that he was trying to put out for this,
Yeah.
right, for this album. But it kind of didn't make sense timing wise, because I mean we're hitting the summer.
Right.
I don't know. But I mean, at the same time, like we've kind of heard somebody say the opinion about like they want to be different and not put the same corridos out there, right?
Yeah.
And that just seems like what the vibe was and what everyone else was kind of putting out, right? Because I mean, some of the bigger artists were features,
Yeah.
and it's more slower shit. And then obviously, I mean, we can talk about Ivan Cornejo later, or at another episode. But I mean, that's his whole vibe, so
It is.
we can expect that from him.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
just a
why-
little bit different,
Reloj, I know it was going to be like that. And it was a great song. They did it well.
right?
And then Bruce Wayne, again, is like the same, just darker toned like
Right.
song.
And I just feel like how much, like to your point, like how much of a detriment is it to come out with such a great first album
Mhm.
and then get to this point where your second album is going to seem a little underwhelming
Mhm.
compared to the first?
I
And how
think
much do you think he's going to struggle with that?
I think it all depends on how open the listener is. Because I was going to ask you, what are the streets saying? Because I intentionally avoided like anyone talking about it or anyone like commenting or what songs they liked. I purposely didn't look. Anytime I saw something like Beso related, I just skipped it because I wanted to go into it like unbiased as possible. So I mean, you tell me, what are the streets saying they don't like it?
I just feel like it's just one of those hard to gauge because no one's going to bump that out in the literal streets,
Mhm.
right? I feel like this is more something like somebody would post on like a Friday night and they're staying in bed and like
Yeah.
it's just one of those like sad boy posts.
I've seen a lot of people posting songs from it.
See, but that's the thing. I haven't seen it on the virtual streets like that from people that like I know listen to that music heavy,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen that a lot.
I've seen
So-
a couple girlies.
I would say this goes to my point about how open the listener is to the like new music, because for the most part, I'm a listener that's going to be receptive of new
Right.
angles or like something different, and yet I can understand someone going into the album thinking, I want more Genesis, and then they listen to it and then it's not that, and they're going, well, this is trash. I don't want this. Like, I want more corridos. I want more like what I already heard. So I think that becomes a little bit of the dilemma as well.
So I think at that point we're kind of at the mercy of the artist
Yeah.
because it's not a good timing. Like I said, it's, you know, we're in
2
the
albums
summer,
in.
right?
Yeah.
And it's summertime. You know, it's just not. I don't know. It just didn't seem like the right time to put out that type of album.
I'm surprised we got this 2 albums in.
Yeah,
This
right?
seems early career wise to do this.
This
I
album-
assumed he would have capitalized on everyone fucks with my sound. People are not tired of it yet. I'm just gonna do more of what people love.
Yeah, that's like what I was. My point, like we're kind of at the mercy of the artist at that point.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like, I mean, they at the end of the day, they're gonna put out what they want to put out.
Let's cut that 10 minutes.
Oh, I am for sure. I'm cutting that out.
Just bleep
not-
him.
I know. Fuck, George. This is why you can't tell you shit.
But anyway,
This guy's smiling like a little evil guy. So yeah, I actually do like the album a lot, and yeah, I can understand why people may not be feeling it, because this may just not be this may not be the sound you're looking for,
Yeah.
and this is honestly the sound I'm always looking for. So I might be the wrong guy to be asking
right.
how good or not good this is, because I genuinely love both kinds of sound. So I'm still happy, because if it hadn't worked at all, then this would be a lot easier to say. But I think it worked, because Bruce Wayne, Hollywood, and what's the other one? I think it was right after that.
But I feel like the thing is too, like if you're gonna come out
Reloj.
with that type of music, I feel like the lyrics have to hit. You can't just say whatever on these songs.
Hollywood, look at the lyrics. It hit.
Right.
Look
But
into
like
the
you gotta,
lyrics.
like my point is you gotta have that all across the board if like that's
Yeah.
what most of your songs are gonna be.
I guess so. The writing has to be there. Has to be on
Yeah.
point. You can't just be singing or rapping over the sad beat just to be on the sad beat.
Right.
Yeah.
You can it's like on a hype song you kind of get away with saying whatever.
Right. Sometimes people care less
Yeah.
because they just want to be
Just want to
hyped to it. Yeah. Yeah. Like
But you like the album, George?
Yeah, it was alright. I think Genesis is better.
What's your favorite song on the disc one?
This one, the put him in the fridge
Bitch, disc one.
on the Dix one.
I don't think he listened to it.
La Durango.
On the dick one.
I really,
La Durango. La Durango.
You didn't listen to it. Huh?
Yeah, you
I listen to everything.
I don't think so.
Put it on shovel, but I mean, like,
Bro, you can't listen to an album like that.
that's how I do it. That's
You just
how I
shuffle
do it.
through the whole album.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
Yeah,
I don't like
you
going-
Gotta, you gotta do it front to back, bro.
I can't do it 1, 2, 3, and
Why not? That's why they
you lose
put it in
count.
that.
You lose count or what?
no, I want it to be like, all right, I want to give me a surprise. Like, I want to.
Well, it's all a surprise. You're listening to it for the
I
first time,
know.
and they
No.
sequence it that way usually for the
Yeah, because
reason.
maybe the next song is leading up. He's saying something that's gonna refer to the next song, or the end of the
Or-
beat is leading you into the.
Yeah, it'll fade in and then fade back in.
Did you not listen to Bless's last album? That's the whole album.
That's true.
Each
Put it
song
on
starts
shuffle.
like 10 seconds before the other song.
put it in shovel.
Then you fucking were probably like, "What am I listening to?"
Do you guys have that setting on Apple where you can have the music fade in and fade out? Like where there's no like pause in the middle?
I've never heard about that
no.
actually.
No, it don't.
I don't know what that is.
Because like you could have that on Spotify. Like,
Yeah.
it like the song. You know how like
Yeah, I know
a DJ set like it'll
Yeah,
That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Run all the way through.
that's cool. I don't
Like the volume will go low and then it'll start playing that
Mm.
song.
No, I didn't know you could do that. I don't think Apple has that.
You might have it.
Maybe I just
I
don't know.
like listening to it like that.
Maybe I just don't know. I gotta go to my settings or something. But that is my take on the album. I like it. Is it better than Genesis? No, but that's okay. It doesn't mean it's a bad album either.
Do you think he's gonna run into that issue though? Like moving forward
Of what? Wait, what specific issue?
of just his upcoming albums being compared to Genesis. Just like here, he kind of ran into that issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think every artist kind of runs into that.
When you're right,
Yeah.
when they put out,
Yeah, because I know I do that. I'm always comparing it to the last thing. I don't need it to be necessary. I don't know. That's actually hard.
I just feel like you have to find that sweet spot too, and
Yeah.
that's the difficulty of it.
Yeah, because Genesis wasn't absent of this sound. It just wasn't the overarching theme of the whole album. So it wasn't as like, because I remember when we first talked about it last year too, I was like, I like these songs. You're like, those are kind of slow ones. I was like, yeah, all the slow ones are kind of my favorite. And now we just got this in full. But
Do you think it's gonna do numbers?
Numbers like what? Like chart breaking, like that type of number, like where he's top 10 all the time,
Yeah, like at least 5 songs.
like dominating. No, I don't think so. I would have to guess no. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about.
Or like on Billboard? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe like global, but not.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what would even
It doesn't have the
be
banger on there.
Yeah, I would say
What it feels like.
the closest thing that I could see actually going on charts or doing numbers would be Vino Tinto, Hollywood, and Reloj. Those would be the 3 that I think are possible, but I still think it's unlikely. Unless they start, using those bots and run the numbers up, which I could also see happening, and I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure it's going to happen. But yeah, that's the Exodo wrap up. Any last thoughts? Any last comments?
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad because I haven't fully formed an opinion, but we'll see.
Yeah, I get
It
it.
can end up it's one of those that can end up being good if it starts to hit.
Yeah, I mean, fun enough, we didn't like the Peso Pluma album all that much when it first came
In
out.
the beginning,
We were all kind of like, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, we are like, okay, damn, this is actually pretty fucking good. So who knows? It could happen again. Let's do Con qué canción? Wesley. Give it to me. Are you ready?
This, you guys aren't gonna be ready. You're gonna say let's do it next week, but
Let's try it.
there's this meme going around from a IG account.
Okay.
It's called El Pana Venezolano, and it's pretty much just like Spotify texting you, saying like, "Yo, you listened to this song, whatever, a million times. Like,
Yeah.
look for help, please."
Got it.
So and then the thing says, "Con qué canción te llegaría este mensaje?"
I have a good Mojave Ghost.
Okay.
I feel like I could listen to that song whenever, and it just like I have to repeat it at least 3 or 4 times because they had a Netflix thing about that with The Office. That like no,
Wait, what about Mojave Ghost is that?
the beat,
The beat. Okay.
dun, dun, and it just like starts to get in there.
Does Apple be favoriting songs on its own on yours?
What do you mean?
Like it does on mine. Like I think after I listen to a song so many times, it's made its own playlist saying like favorite song.
Oh, like on the listen now? Or
On like
where?
your library.
Oh no, it does not do that.
Okay, whatever.
I don't have that.
You know what's funny? Spotify, like it'll download songs for me that I've listened to a bunch of times.
But I think mine would probably be in the last year for Románticos del Lunes. That's every time I hear that, I gotta fucking
Run it back.
I run it at least 3 times, no matter where I'm at.
Okay. Damn.
Yep.
Let me see. Give me a second.
Yeah, mine has to be Mojave Ghost. I just love that fucking beat. Lopez, John Henning.
You know what? I think
To me,
mine would have to be Desenfocado.
I feel like I was kind of on that for a little bit.
Yeah, that was actually my favorite song of the album for a really long time, until I really fell in love with Kidnap, but I really Desenfocado even now.
Nah, that song slaps.
Man,
Yeah, that's good.
it's
Don't
Yeah.
cry, dude.
I might see. That's the thing. I'd be getting that text right now because that shit hits. That shit hits.
Which one? Doesn't work out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that song.
That shit hits.
I could play that shit.
And I forget what's up. I don't know if it's Curame. It might be
play
Curame.
Kodak, man.
I think I have to play it. Hold on. 1 second.
I don't know if that's the bass.
Yeah,
Whatever that is, bro. That shit hard. Wait.
Hace unos días
start
me
clapping,
caí del cielo. Tú no eres ella, pero te deseo.
Yeah, this is the one.
Quédate cerca de mí,
This would be one
ven esta noche. Y aunque sea mentira, quédame esta noche. Te cachas marihuana, se tos.
Did you like turn into loud when you start playing? That's what I be like. Like I imagine myself being
En cantidad me llegan las botellas. El VIP.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It'd be those two easily.
I get in the zone.
Those transport me back to 2021. So
That's your peak
Yeah.
year.
nah, not
Music-wise.
Yeah. Music-wise, oh, see, funny enough, I have a similar topic to your last one, and mine would be It'd be I think the game is called Island, like Stranded on an Island. You can only take 3 albums. What would you take? And I already have 2 of them. One of them is The Weeknd's trilogy, which is a little bit of a cheat,
Yeah,
but
doesn't count.
it doesn't count. I can't do that.
That's 3 mixtapes.
Well, that's why I
into
put it
one
on there.
album.
It came out as an album. They added 3 new original songs. So technically, on a technicality, I'm in. My number 2 would be Raul Alejandro's Viceversa, and I have an Espa opening for number 3. I don't know what that would be yet.
You're taking inquiries.
Yeah, I'm open to hearing suggestions like what would that third album be, but I think it would be a Fade
Rap.
album, to be honest. I just don't know which one exactly.
I would for sure take different genres. I
Mm.
would take like one reggaeton, one corrido, one rap. Depending on how I'm feeling on the island,
Yeah,
maybe I might change my mood. Like if I'm hunting, I'm gonna put some rap.
right. Oh, like a old 50?
Yeah, if I'm
That might be a good one, actually. Damn.
if I'm chilling on the beach, I want some reggaeton. Then if I just want to dance, I put some corrido.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The third one had to be...
bro.
No, I don't know.
I feel like you kind of have to make. You can't put the same genre.
I think it would have to be a Chalino one, most likely. I just don't know which one. But yeah, that would be mine.
What genres would you take? I'm not even gonna ask you what.
Huh?
What's
Oh, that was actually oh yeah, reggaeton, rap, and probably R&B one.
that's tough though. 3 albums, just 3 albums.
Yeah, it is. It's rough.
For the rest of your life.
Oh, George, do you have a Con qué canción?
Like a new artist or what? Like
What's the song
that's
that
all right.
like in the last year that you can listen to? Like it plays and then you'll have it repeat again, or you don't even let it get halfway through and you're just restarting it again.
I think it'll be Canela Jr.'s at PG.
That's the one. Like fuck, I gotta replay it.
Yeah, that's the first song that I started listening to, and then it's been
Yeah, because the theme is you can only take 3 albums to listen to on an island for the rest of your life. What are the 3 albums? We might be here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's okay.
Text
Skip
us
me.
when you figure it out.
Yeah.
skip me.
All right. Wesley, are you ready for the B-sides?
Yeah.
All right, then. Let's do it. You want to name yours and then...
Yo, you want me to name just 3? Yeah, you said.
Yeah, because you have 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have 9.
Okay. Yeah, pick your best 3 and I'll pick my 2 and I can intro it. Or you can intro as well if you'd like.
You guys don't want to define that because I'm pretty sure there's people like me.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So these are our favorite reggaeton B-sides. A B-side has to be...
Oh, you okay? So, a B-side to me is it's on an album, but it's like a low key. It's not like one of the hit ones. It's one of it's a slept on song.
Correct. First up.
She wrote, and then, so for me, off of Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, I got La Zona by Bad Bunny.
Mm.
I think that song is super slept on, doesn't get enough play, but every time I hear that shit, I just love the fucking,
The lyrics?
the lyrics.
To me,
and-
the lyrics is what does it for that song. Because it's got some,
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
some gems.
What are you saying?
Yeah. I think he told me to get the fuck out of here. I was like, damn, I thought we agreed on the lyrics. Hold on. And let me do another. I'll do the next one.
Okay, yeah.
Or you want-
But that
Oh, keep going. Yeah.
that one was a tough one for me because on this album too, I felt like the very next song, Que Malo, with Nengo Flow, is like, and I love that song, bro. Just the way it starts. Speaking of, where there's smoke, there's fire and shit.
Oh, yeah. Little callback.
Hace tiempo que no sube nada. I love that shit, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's honorable mention.
Yeah, it's on that album. It's almost hard to say that those are B-sides.
Yeah, it's a fucking good
'Cause-
album.
Exactly.
That's why I was trying not to pick something from Bad Bunny and shit.
Because it feels almost too not obvious, but like they're just already so good.
Yeah.
For me, the next one would be Inquieto of Raúl Alejandro Plas Saturno, and an album that I like. And as time has gone on, this is I think my favorite song on the album.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, I know. And
It's not mine.
yeah, I don't. I tend to favor. I tend to favor B-sides as the favorite songs on those albums. So I know I'm usually gonna be alone in that. Next.
Mine next is off of Mike Towers, Easy Money Baby, Funeral. That shit bumps.
I've actually never listened to it, so I'll have
bumps.
to.
You'll like it.
Okay,
You'll
for
like
sure.
it. I love that song.
For sure.
Perfect way to end the album. End a great album.
Oh, that's the last song of the album.
Yeah.
Funeral.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. And
Do you guys, not to cut you off, but
No,
do
go
you
for it.
guys think Aquel Nap is the ultimate B-side song?
I was gonna put that on here, but then I feel like it's become like it has its cult following, so it's like
I feel like that's what makes it the most.
I think you're right. That I think that is the ultimate B-side, and it was so obvious that I didn't want to pick it. And I think we've talked about that song. I don't know how many reels at this point, so I'm trying to refrain not from putting it in. But yeah, I mean, I gotta show that it's just too. That was just too easy. Like it's almost so good of a B-side that I can't even keep saying it's a B-side. And anything else on the song?
no,
No.
I don't know.
My next one is Ocho Dias off Fades. Let's see. Yep, Ocho Dias off Inter Shibuya. There's the hook about the Nikes, and
Yeah,
for a while there, that was true to life. So it was hard not to like replay that shit. And I was like, damn, yeah.
My last one, Shocker, a Fade song. It's Quemando Calorías featuring Sky Rompiendo off of Feliz Cumpleaños. This song is a B-side because he doesn't, even last year when I went to the show, it wasn't even on his set list.
Okay,
So, but I love the song. This shit,
right.
his verses goes hard.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of songs that I kind of expected would have been played at the concert that then weren't.
No, I'm saying even the one I went to last year, it wasn't even on his set list.
But I'm saying like when they weren't played, it made me kind of look at those songs a little differently.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe I see these songs differently than even like he ranks them or sees them. Because I still think about the HOD, like nobody's saying to that shit. Nobody said nothing. I think
love that song.
it was just me singing. I was surprised that was even on the set list, and I'm surprised he played that. But that shit must bump somewhere, or there's got to be a reason that shit was on the set list. But yeah, see it, and the same thing like Ocho Dias. I feel like the Ocho Dias, Si Tu Supieras, and
He did that his last one.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he swapped it out then.
It's kind of older now.
Yeah.
He's got more hits.
Yeah, that's the thing. It gets more tough. Amor de mi vida, same thing.
I can't remember.
Yeah, these are all just 14 de febrero, another good one. Yeah, this album is filled with really good B-sides. That is episode 163 of the La Familia Pod. Thank you for joining us, guys. George, thanks for being here. You got a little slip up. You're fucking with us. That's all right.
I wasn't trying to, but
I think you were
Look
trying
at this
to.
face, bro. Why do you?
I really think you were trying to, because you were looking at me like with this mischievous, evil, like ha ha ha.
no, I was just more like,
Oh, you're just
I
laughing?
just,
Oh, okay. That's just you. Okay. Fair enough. That could be.
That's his face, like when he's about to take a shit. When it's
Yeah. No, that's true. Might just be your face. All right, guys. Until next time. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Hey, do you
Peace.
guys like